Land down under skies so wide, England's pride and Irish tides. True friends we are no matter space, heart to heart in digital pace. Screens may stand but spirits close, united bonds everyone knows. Virtual hugs so real they feel, togetherness is our ideal. Love across the aisles we share, in the ether here and there. Click of a button, worlds apart, yet we hold you in our hearts. Messages in a bottle sent over waves of internet. Friendship tied with unseen thread in our hearts. These words are spread. England's rain and Ireland's green, in our screens a glowing scene. We laugh, we cry, we never part. Fingers tap, but it's our heart. Love across the aisles we share, in the ether here and there. Click of a button, worlds apart, yet we hold you in our hearts. Hold you in our hearts.
How are we doing, guys? On this wonderful evening, afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hope we're all doing well. Waiting on a few folks to come in. Yeah, I know there's a few people like doing their own lives elsewhere, but yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you that gave me the 7K. So it's like I'm so humbled. Like I'm shocked I'm even like considered, but it's a humbling experience each and every time that like if it's 1K, 2K, 3K, and so on. Like I just want to say thank you so much. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have a few people join us, and we'll give the music a break for the moment, and just hopefully people can chime in hello to the two people or the one person that's not talking. Appreciate you coming in. Well, yeah, hopefully we get one or two people jump in, and or to Brad, if you're out there, I did order a form of what you were talking about. Um, it was I got it from Temu, and it is on the way. So I'm just letting you know, putting that out there, letting you know that it's on the way. It's not exactly the thing that you said, but it's a form of it. So shout out to you. I should come possibly now, like this week. Yeah, I have a couple of new song for you guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy them. One you would have heard through the course of the week. Um, I put a video out there. All right. I was hoping to talk, but anyway, I guess we can't do that. All right. We start off with this one. Riding down a highway, going to a show, stopping all the byways, playing rock and roll, getting robbed, getting stoned, getting beat up, broken bone, getting had, second, getting took. I tell you folks, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. If you think it's easy doing a one-night stand, try playing in a rock roll band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Hotel, motel, make you wanna cry. Let it do the hard sell. Know the reason why. Getting old, getting gray, getting ripped off on the page, getting sold second hand. That's how it goes, playing in a band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. If you wanna be a star of stage and screen, look out, rough and mean. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way, such a long way. It's a long way, such a long way. Jay, how three? Good to see. What's a man's solitaire? Right back. Tip top. Unless. JO3, I don't know what you're on about. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Okay. What was it? 5 ounce. Cheers, Dylan. Appreciate it. The topic is celebration for 7K. That's the topic. You can read it down here somewhere. Oh, we're just gonna play a bit of music, have a few chats here and there, and have some good times. Like that's what this is about, like it's a positive live. Everyone needs to be respectful, and we're here for good times. To types. Well, you just heard one. I was singing ACDC there. Bit of ACDC. And well, it's a few genres. Like I do country. Like I do kind of jazz, blues, pop. Hello, Mr. Smith. Good to see you. Let me hold on a second. Have to look good for Mr. Smith. Holy shit. Let's see. If I get this guy up, guys, you need to go sub to the legend himself. Let me see if I can. Hey, a second. This is a quicker way. Standard in my blue jacket. On the channel. Yeah. Guys, please go sub to this man. He's an absolute legend. Sub him up, guys. Oh, beautiful cool stuff. He is a all time. Oh, brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tuesday. Tuesday, you there?
How you doing there? It's Joe Haribo there, Eddie. I'm Scottish, so just shit.
There you go.
Yeah, can you not hear me? No? Can you not hear me, Eddie?
Sure
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just turn it off.
Hello?
The other stuff.
Yes. I'll keep my camera off and maybe the audio will get through, you know.
Yeah, turn off the YouTube part.
I'm on the YouTube, so it's Joe Haribo, J-O-3.
Yeah, but you're on StreamYard now.
Yeah, I can that. So it's Tuesday, Professional Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Some people call me a C-U-N-T.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of can, Eddie. So anyway, Eddie, what are you up to, man? No.
Well, I'm just celebrating 7K.
7K.
Yeah.
Fair there, Eddie. No, I think you're due me 7K there. You know, £7,000. Nah, Eddie, man, big up you, bro. You know what I mean? It's a nice milestone, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
To be fair, I listen, Eddie. I know people that know me will go, he's coming the cunt, he's rinsing you. But to be honest with you, Eddie, nah. Do you know why? Every one of them will say that to you. They've not even got 1K. You get me?
What?
So listen, don't believe that shit. And you deserve it, Eddie, because, Eddie, I ain't been a follower for you for that long, to be fair. And you can go check your studios and you can see it. Right?
Yeah.
You're a decent cunt. I'm not too keen on some of your guitar repertoire, to be fair. You know what I mean? But I'm an ex-squaddy, so you know what? Some we didn't get, some we do. No, but there's no malice in you. My point is, there's no malice in you. You're a decent cunt. And whether I can't like it or no, we're all CUNTs, guys. Some are good, Some are bad, some are damn right cheeky. I'm probably the latter, to be honest, Eddie. What do you think? I'll mute myself.
But yeah, like nobody's
Come
gonna
on,
be.
I'm still an Aberdeen fan, man. I'm a butterboy born and bred, Oxgangs and Brumus, but we still support the Aberdeen. And you know what, Eddie? See that 2 stars? You've either got a 5-star Rangers or a 1-star pick.
Yeah.
But I ain't got 2. Oh. Sorry. Just show my big tits there, you know? I know you're a football man, so you'll get that, Eddie, alright? You know what I mean? Alright? So anyway, what are you going to sing? What are you going to play? You're going to play Don McLean, American Pie, and I'll sing along before I go home.
A dream is like a river, every changing as it flows. And a dreamer's life, just like a vessel, must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind him, never knowing what's in store. Each day is like a constant battle, just to stay between the shores. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I've never reached my destination.
She's doing something you never wants to see.
I never try, so I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside, let the waters sift away, till what we put off till tomorrow has now become today. So don't you all upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied, or choose the chance to wrap it and dare to dance the tides. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wing. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. And there's bound to be rough water, and I know I'll take some falls, but with the good Lord as my shepherd, I can take it to the moon. And I
Take it till they come
will
home.
sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry. Hey, Backwatch.
Nice tune, nah. Nice tune, nah. I thought that steeple might have worked for your song there. You know, at the end it worked a little bit, didn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll show you a river. It's called the Sea. 54, almost there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta love Bores, people. You can move from street to the middle of nowhere, technically. But when you come out, it's back to street. You know. It's a very famous tune, Boris did this, to be fair. Like Sir James Watt, you know, steam engine, that'll be Kinneil House. You know, Lord Hamilton's lands. He failed with the pirates, didn't he, Eddie? Eh.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if any of you didn't understand what I'm saying, then for Americans amongst us, you might understand Black Sails. Lord Hamilton was the gay guy, Long John Silver's pal, was fucking in Edinburgh. And Bowness, if Edinburgh City Centre is EH1 Echo Hotel 1, Bowness is Echo Hotel 51, 51st state of the borough. You know? For history, right? Just so people know, and you'll get this, Eddie, right? The first time Royal Scots, Eddie, all the Catholics died of scurvy and became pirates, didn't they? At the Battle of Derry. And that's why pirates are synonymous with St. Thomas, Skull and Crossbones. And by the way, there's only one Ku Klux Klan guys in the whole UK, United Kingdom, and that's Edinburgh. And that's why Tommy Robinson, I wouldn't even say his name right, in case any of the other ones want to pipe up. Yeah? He could not unite the right 2014 Edinburgh anti-independence with the Unionists and the Klan. Yeah. And you know what, guys? Somebody asked the Grand Master of the Klan, what's rule one of the Klan? And most people would imagine.
Yeah. I talk, you talk. That's how it works. Don't be talking about that on my channel. This is not a racist channel. Anyway. Sorry about that, folks. We'll do something else after. Hello, Blackwatch. Well, please welcome Blackwatch, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you hear me okay? I don't know if I got...
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. What the hell was that? How you doing, Eddie?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Having a good Sunday. I guess it's what, about 8 there? I don't know.
It's almost 10.
Is it? Oh, I've been playing around with this stupid thing. I've restarted overnight. But anyway, it's good to hear your voice. You're still carrying on.
Yeah, how you do?
Ah, pretty good. Not too bad.
The personal stuff is getting is coming along as well.
Yeah.
Like between the legal case and the financial stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I thought I had the wrong channel. I'm listening to that guy in the background going, who the hell has he got on the... But anyway, I guess better to pass over that. Whoever that was, you had him panel. But so, are you any more settled with your back and forth stuff?
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Brad, I gave you a shout out at the start. I did order that stuff. Like I did order that like iStream Pro thing. Now it's not the exact thing, but it's like it's a form of it. If you get me. Like, but yeah. Anyway, back to your question. So I just thought I'd let Brad know that. But anyway, the back and forth stuff. Yeah. I got word there this week. It's like I'm in like I'm in a good spot, and it's about like from I think Wednesday.
Right.
Like last Wednesday, just gone to 10 working days later.
Okay.
I will get it. You know.
I'm sure you'll be glad to see the back end of that with success, of course. You know.
Oh, fucking right. You know.
Yeah.
Like when I like when I get like when I get that, like it's only took 5 years.
Yeah.
Like in retrospect, you know.
Yeah.
But like I mean, like I've gone through hell and back, like to try and like get this. I'm just like delighted now that like it's coming to an end now. So
I think I dare say, for most of us, we don't want to be millionaires. We just want just compensation, and Get on.
Exactly. That's.
You know.
I mean, with the like with what's coming, you know, I'm able to pay back my debts, you know, and that's all I want. That's all I
Yeah.
want in the end. Just pay back my debts,
Yeah.
and then I'll be free and clear to do what I want, you know.
Man, just do what's right. But anyway, hopefully, like I say,
Yeah.
it's not something. You know, an example of that I don't know if you're aware of. You heard of the? Maybe I said this to you before we discussed it. There's a song. It's not "Bring 'Em Home." What's the other one? "You Raise Me Up." That song. You
Isn't
know,
it?
"You Raise Me." Well, "Secret Garden." There's two guys. I think.
Oh yeah. I believe Westlife don't have a version.
Yeah, but the court case. Because apparently one of them went to Iceland and they witnessed like a funeral march, and it's very, very close to "You Raise Me Up." Of course, it's Icelandic. Anyway, it all went wherever it went.
Did Rod Stewart do a version of it as well?
Pardon?
Did Rod Stewart do version of it?
Well, as I understand the story, Josh Groban went to Montreal to do a recording, an album,
Yeah.
and a Montreal producer, whatever the staff, they said we need one more cut, right? So
Yeah.
he suggested "You Raise Me Up." So it all went through. The album got launched. But I guess I don't know whether or not the Icelandic uh, people that launched the lawsuit caught on to it. Of course, there's money. And they sued them.
Mm.
And of course, it's, the two-step verification. Is it plagiarism? Is it the song? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it took so long that when the judge finally heard the case, and you can imagine the money involved, he says the copyrights run out. Case dismissed.
Yeah.
It ran out, and you cut about the legal system, it just, you kind of go, I guess the lawyers were happy, But yeah, I heard the Icelandic one. It is close, and they said they're altering the Icelandic, tune, But the point was the court case goes on and on. The judge looks at it and said, "Case dismissed. The copyright's gone. You have no claim." Jesus. Anyway, hopefully you don't get into years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
Yeah.
heard. I heard recently. Who was it? Was it Bruce Springsteen did a concert there in Dublin? Is that true? I don't know.
Was it here? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was something about he said something. Him and Taylor Swift were in England. But
Yeah.
he was on tour, and they mentioned Dublin, strangely enough. And I was thinking about, whether or not.
I knew it was in the UK, but I didn't know it was in Ireland.
Well, it was all within, yada yada, what he said, Trump, yada yada, and he's, on.
I actually heard what he said. He's like he basically slated like.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you wouldn't say it in the US.
No,
Yeah.
he was in England at the time. But they did mention on tour, and I swear they said Dublin, and I thought of you, maybe at the, a concert, to get a few quid together, and
I knew. As I say, I knew it was in the UK, but I didn't know it was in Ireland.
Yeah.
If it you could be right. I've no idea.
Mm.
I just heard what he said.
Mm.
And I can't fault him for it. Like what he did, what Trump did, like with Putin, it's ridiculous,
I mean, personally, he's not my cup of tea. Born in the USA, he's got his teeth clenched like he's getting, But the
born in the USA.
But the interesting thing I noted, the commentator.
I actually did do a couple of Bruce Springsteen's songs.
The commentator also, because of the subject matter, I suppose, said Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen are self-made billionaires. He's a billionaire.
She'd still be as popular as she is. It doesn't matter like what she said or whatever.
Yeah,
Hey Dale, good to see you. But yeah, like she'd still be as popular, like,
yeah.
even without the controversy, you know.
I mean, he was good. It didn't impact me that much, his music. But
Yeah.
with everything going on, they happen to point out in this case, they made their own money, but they're billionaires. And I went, whoa! I did not think he had that kind of money, assets.
Yeah.
Good on him. You know what I mean? He's been around a long time, a lot of performances, but anyway, like I said, I swear they said Dublin. And I thought, I wonder if Eddie will get get in one of the concerts. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's good to hear you're doing well.
Yeah. So I'm back to my fighting best again. Like apart from the back of cars, but that's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I couldn't catch it all. I think Mrs. Highs was going on. I think you were on there the other night, weren't you? I think.
Yeah, I was on Miss High's live.
Having some technical issues, and she did, and back and forth. And I said, I thought that was Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, well, you weren't imagining things. I was there.
Yeah. But no,
I made one of those rare appearances, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Who is that in my back room? It's Eddie Gannon.
Who that?
But anyway, yeah, it's good to see you're still around now.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of.
I have to look good for Mr. Smith, you know.
Yeah,
He's in the chat at the moment, you know.
that woman can sing the blues. I'll tell you that. Whoa.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like Peg is phenomenal.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Is that who they call Tess?
No, Peg.
Yeah, it's not Peg. She's Peg. There's Joe does something with Tess, and but that's not her, name that she put to. But yeah, it's Peg. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it was. So you've been keeping busy. That's good.
Yep.
Fresh in from Dublin, we have a cameo appearance by Eddie Gannon. Eddie.
Yeah, I met a fellow musician there this week. He's a balladeer, shall we say?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he does some local Irish tunes, and
yeah.
he was in a spot of bother there this week. So I said, listen, if you're ever stuck, let me know, and reach out to me, and we'll fix you up.
Are the Rovers still going over there? Are they still
Shamrock Rovers or Shelbourne
I
Rovers?
don't remember a while, but
Or Blackburn Rovers.
I enjoyed back in the day before McDonald had the heart attack and that blonde kid got very, swollen egos. Celtic Thunder. The blonde kid was about 9 or 10 when they were touring. I mean, I think McDonald, the Scottish guy, had a heart attack, and but they still went to Austria. But anyway, the point was I enjoyed Celtic Thunder.
Yeah.
Their performances. I think that kid around 12, the blonde one, he decided, I'm going on my own. He didn't do so well.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I just wondered about the Rovers and out of it. They're still going. But anyway, like I said, it's good to hear your voice and is it 10 o'clock over there? It's 4 o'clock. Oh,
It's
5 o'clock. Oh,
10 to 10.
I've been playing with this stupid computer. The damn thing restarted overnight, and it was just like. Anyway, I finally got it.
You're Eastern Standard, aren't you?
Yeah, Eastern. Eastern. You know,
So it'll be 5 hours in front. Or that.
yeah, it's Eastern. There's something I found out. You know, you think you know it, but you know hockey here. You know the hockey thing, and it
Yeah.
used to be Hewitt, something Hewitt. You know,
Ring the bell.
Austin. Used to say hockey night in Canada from coast to coast. This is, you know, such a, and in Newfoundland, which was a half an hour later. I never knew there was one like that.
For those living in California, it's 8 hours ahead.
Yeah. But the thing was, there's an Atlantic time. I never knew that. Around New Brunswick and all that. It's another hour later. And all these decades because of hockey night in Canada, right? 8 p.m., you know.
I think, like, you'll be surprised. Like, I think it kind of stretches out as far as, like, as you know, I believe Detroit is kind of the center, but it's actually Eastern time.
Yeah, but that's Eastern. But there's an Atlantic, which is between Newfoundland and us. Like Nova Scotia area, you know?
Like, what would that be?
Well, it's
I'd like I know Alberta is like
it's
that's
central.
that'd be 6 hours, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's central, I think.
Yeah, that'd be central.
Yeah. But it's basically between Quebec eastern border and Newfoundland. Everything in there is Atlantic time.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a guy who I had a fallout with, but I said, oh, it's this late, you know, I guess he's in just west of Halifax. And he says, no, it's later here. And I said, it's not. He says, yes, it is. It's Atlantic. And I thought, holy crap, all these decades, I never knew it.
Yeah.
There's another time zone in there, which, anyway, it was, you know, educational, you know, but, because I went there. We had some sort of a drag race promotion thing, the track, and when you could see the Halifax sign, you know, welcome Halifax.
Yeah.
And I never knew I was in a different time zone, you know. Duh. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, Alberta. I know you don't want politics. They got to get rid of that woman, that Danielle Smith. She just privatized healthcare in there. But anyway, we'll leave that alone, politics. It's not so much the politics as she's tearing the province apart out of Canada. And period.
Yeah, the most interesting thing about the politics was like and I wasn't. By the way, I wasn't just Bruce Springsteen. It was actually like a war veteran I've seen.
Yeah.
And he was basically says, what an absolute idiot.
Oh, it's she got on like a right wing or right whatever of the conservative party, and the stuff she's doing now, it's just I didn't think could be done.
Mm.
We really, this is my point. It's not politics that is tearing the country apart. It's she wants
tearing the world apart.
Yeah, like that's to me is a traitor. That's a Canadian traitor. I take that personal. My father almost died fighting for this country.
That your man McCarthy, is it?
Sorry? This speaker's playing.
Is that your man McCarthy?
Yeah, Danielle Smith. She's a.
What's the Prime Minister over there?
Oh, Mark Carney, the new one, yeah.
Mark Carney, that's the name.
Yeah, Carney, yeah. He's, I think Trump doesn't know who he's playing with. That guy was a Bank of Canada governor, the youngest Bank of England governor. He's 60 years old. He's got a lot of experience. He knows, you know.
So was Trump.
Well, but anyway.
And he's 80, so.
Yeah, Trump's almost. You see his stuff in the MRI's Republic, ridiculous. If that was, If that was our prime minister, I'd lock the country up. He wouldn't get back in. It's disgusting. But in any event, like I say, it's tearing the country apart, and that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Like I say, my father, he should have died in Belgium. He had his shoulder almost ripped apart by a shell from an 88 through a howitzer. And the Germans were 10 miles out, but the Belgium underground got him out. I used to say to my mom, what's all these Christmas cards, little stickers, Belgium? And here they were still in touch, 10, 15 years later. But that's the insult. That's the insult. But anyway, it'll work its way out, I'm sure. I'm sure. But anyway, so what's new? Where you been over Mrs. High's? You been,
Yeah, I was on a few. I was on Falkrose. I was on Brad's or RVZN. I was on his. I was on. Who was it? I was on.
Have you got anybody there, like any family that you keep in touch with, and make the
I had I had my cousin here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jordan Monstream. He's off doing his own thing, so it's he was here to help out that week, and like it did pay off.
Oh, that's good.
So it was so like my our friend from Australia, she was like she's like things are getting better for her. Like she's pretty much on top of the world at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lost. She lost a very dear pet of hers. Marley, what was his name, and yeah, shout out to Claudia. Like we
So he lives in Australia.
We're pulling for you, but anyway, but as I say, she lost her her dog, and as one of the best dogs you could ever.
Yeah, that's good.
Us, but and she's gone through other personal stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got tied into Australia in the last number of years. My son-in-law's from there, from Perth. I end up going, like quite a few people, first off the internet, now that, personally. So it's
yeah, I'm hoping to, like, like if I'm like through the next, we say, year or so, I'm looking to do a few tours around, like possibly like England, Australia, like, and like the States.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll be looking to do that, and so it'll be so hopefully when everything like get started out, like I'll be able to do that.
I'm pretty sure they just went through what you'd call a federal election. May 5th passed Australia. Was just after ours. Week after our elections, they were coming into it too. Pretty all messed up. Hopefully things will settle for a lot of countries, to know where they're going. But anyway, it's a small world after all.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been my son-in-law if it wasn't for the internet. It's the internet's affecting, real lives, but anyway, small world.
Absolutely.
Pretty screwed up world right at the moment, but anyway. Not my problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. But anyway, like I said, it's good to, I thought I'd pop up and say hello. I managed to get through these crazy technical crap that's been going on with this machine, which I hope these updates. I was watching somebody's, I won't say who. I've never had this issue, and I didn't have the updates, right? I had to pause them. And the woman ran a video, right? And I had the chat popped out. You can go down and pop it out. And it hit a certain point. It was kind of a controversial video content. And all of a sudden, the chat, just the StreamYards was there. It all went blank. If you looked at the firebox of the video, it's like all the colors faded and left. And it must have been on my side. And I thought, crap, I can't sign in. So I opened another window and I thought, if they took it down, the notification would be gone, right? But it was there. I clicked it on the same window, I think, and it all came back. And I sat here for about an hour and a half, right, going, what just happened? So anyway, I hope I got it. I don't want to go through that nonsense again. 1 in the morning or whatever. But anyway. Let me know if you ever want to shut it down. I didn't think it was that late, but it is.
Oh no, we're early. It's
Yeah. Sunday.
early doors. But
But anyway, that was about it. That's where I've been.
Yeah.
Stupid. I've never seen that before in my life. And I thought, they just whacked it, for the content. And I understood probably why. So I finally got around and asked. They said, no, it was all your end. Oh, great.
No.
Anyway, that's it. Okay. I can let you go if you want to. Just let me know. I'm just on the downside. You know what I mean? Hopefully I got it fixed. Enough of this crap.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to hear you still banging away and finding stuff to do. And I haven't found any new stuff out there, music-wise.
Yeah, I was doing AC/DC earlier, and I was doing.
That's another Australian band, isn't it? AC/DC,
Yeah.
Australia.
I was doing like a song called "The River."
Oh yeah.
Gareth Brooks and.
For the most part, I like to think I can at least appreciate every music, but personally, rap and this heavy metal like that, I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Oh, the grungy stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like, and the music is like an exercise to blow out speakers. That's it. Turn it up as high as it goes and throw another amplifier in, see if it blows.
Whack the amp up a little bit. Turn it up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, that's not music. That's just noise.
Well, I tried to separate that away from the music and like the bass or something, and it's trying to blow the speaker out. That's all it is. It's all, somebody doing their own thing. So
a lot of people are fans of it, but I'm not. Personally speaking, I'm not.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love music, but like when it's done in the right context. I mean, take like AC/DC. Like people couldn't stand them. Like they're shouting. But when you look at today's music, like they're absolute legends.
Yeah, there's a few people. You remember 8-tracks? I remember cars where they didn't come with radios. You had to say AM, and then they got the fender with the hole and all this. But I put an 8-track in a car I had, right? 8-track. And one of the ones I bought was Black Sabbath. and it ripped all the tape out. I'm glad it did. I can't stand Black Sabbath. Some people, all the messages they had back, it to me was just junk too. You know, it was close to heavy metal.
But again, they're highly regarded. Like they're pretty much they're legends as well. Like that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you might not be a fan of them, but like of their personality, but like there is some songs that you would listen to, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Osbournes? You know, Sharon married Ozzy, and they lived in Hollywood.
I did watch that documentary. Yeah.
You did, so you'll get this. I say, as far as Ozzy goes, Sharon, the dog shit on the floor again. I'm not cleaning it up. That's about as much as I want to hear from Ozzy. I'm sure he had a rough life. You know, it's the same as the guy.
Oh yeah, so it's like fucking Amber Heard, you know. Like,
But it's
the dog shit in the bed again.
yeah, you know, Sharon. I don't know if she
The
ever,
dog shit in the bed again. Sharon.
but it. I just say to them, see what drugs do to you. You know, sooner or later they you know. So that was just my feeling on. By the time I would,
It could be worse. The dog fucking stepped on a big again there.
but you know, I guess he got a lot of money for it. Sharon, I think, became his manager. I don't know if they're together now, still or not. I don't really care, right?
Well, as far as I know, they're still together.
But Sharon's damn good businesswoman, that's for sure. But yeah, I thought you might have caught them, you know. But you know, Hollywood's another world. But they live in a different world. You never know. But anyway,
That's gonna be.
So many of them are gone now, and then they had the ones from the '60s, and some of them you think.
I tell you one thing. Amber Heard will never live that fucking down.
But I don't
The dog stepped on a bee.
I've never understood. I mean, I like dogs. I like, you know, for the most part. But if you take bulldogs, pit bulls, there's Itsu. My parents and I had the Itsu, whatever. There's some dogs that, you know, you ever heard the saying, sometimes your dog looks like you for some reason, that people end up like a dog that's some with a personality. I'll tell you, I have photographs of my parents-in-law laying on the floor, the face in this cockatoo, whatever it is, look at it. I don't know whether to laugh or what, you know.
So look at me. I look like Walter.
But anyway, it's just yeah. Oh well. But I haven't had TV in almost 10 years. I don't miss it.
I don't miss it either. Like I don't even have a TV.
No, I moved with this. It never got hooked up because I came along and, you know, I said, okay, how much is unlimited internet? Which it is limited, by the way, but they say unlimited. You know, you can get television all at $5. I said, if it's that cheap, you pay it. Well, he said, well, why are you looking at it this way? I said, why do you think I have the internet the way I do? It's all over there, you know, anything that, you know. But I did enjoy All in the Family. I remember when
Hey, Dada! Woo!
Yeah. But I did enjoy All in the Family. I remember that. It was very controversial with Norman Lear, the producer.
We have a legend in the chat, Donna.
Oh, we do?
Smith, we have to look good, you know.
I don't have chat. I'm sorry, I can't get chat.
So, yeah.
I'm lucky I got this working at the moment. But yeah, it's I wish it was in the '60s again. I wish I could relive that. Every part of that when you're a teenager and that was so, oh, the world's miserable. I'd give anything to go back to that now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, it was a, 60s were a great decade to be a teenager. If you, like, honestly, by the time I turned 17, I turned my back on drugs because of my experiences and that. I'm glad I did. And I'd love to do that, like the whole thing over again.
It's your own personal choice. Like if you do that, like good on you for doing it.
Yeah.
I don't judge people for for doing drugs or
Yeah.
anything like that. Like I mean, fuck. If I had like I've
Well,
had people like that, and I just thought like I mean I get on well with them. I get on great with them.
well,
Like they're part of my community.
don't get me wrong, like marijuana, that from the medical standpoint, because I've had people that knew people had cancer and it helps with the pain and everything. I'm not against that. It's just a slippery slope to a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what I found back then. And, I can't dismiss my experiences and the people and everything that it was like. And I don't see it being any different. But like I said, though, the 60s were the music and everything was all over the place. Had all kinds of bands and it was I thought it was hell at the time, but it was heaven. I wish I could go to it.
Personally speaking, I mean, yeah, you did have a few classics. I will say that from the 60s. Like
Yeah.
there was, like, and but from the 70s, like that's when I really kicked in. Like that's like the 70s. I'd say, like that was the golden era. Like
A
that.
lot say that, but this will make you see my reason. By the summer of '74, I was changing diapers.
Yeah.
So I was doing other things, you know what I mean? And maybe that one got away from me. I don't know. It wasn't a bad decade. Beginning of '80s wasn't good for me at all. But that's so long ago now.
I love the East. Like like
Yeah,
I mean, I was kind of like I think it was 87 or 84. Like that's when I really kicked in. Like
yeah.
like some
I'll say one.
amazing. Like I mean, yeah, you have the like you have the Avery brothers.
Yeah,
You have Peter Gabriel. You had
yeah.
um, like some legends of the game.
That's when he was with Genesis.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
No, when he came out with Sledgehammer.
Yeah. I'll say one thing of the '80s, because the Super Channel recorded it. Tremendous movies came out that whole decade. In the '90s, the number of movies, and they were just incredible. If you were a moviegoer and things, that was high.
80s, 90s, like they were cult classics.
Yeah. Well, by '93, I was going through divorce, so that took that up too.
I mean, even like dare I say, even like the 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
like 60s, 70s, like that. Like I mean, even though it was before my time, like I love them. Like I love the movies like that came out, and like there were so many classics that came out. You were all like every single one of them. They were all cult classics.
Yeah, there's something I remember, and I don't know where it was on television. Now I saw the Beatles when Ed Sullivan, and now on a really big shoe from England, you know, the Beatles. But I saw some. Do you remember seeing? Well, you'd see the video of it. You know, Ringo Starr, and he had a circle with the drums, and you know, a normal stage setup for television. But I saw Queen, and there was, you know, Freddie was on the right. You know, the teeth and the long hair, and the guitar. Brian May had like the old style night shirts on. And I thought to I don't know what song they were doing, but I thought to myself, you're not going anywhere. This is so campish, you know. But what I found, the movie,
that's their earlier stuff. That they
the
were.
early, you know, he had Bohemian Rhapsody, but that was about it. But the thing was, when the movie Highlander came out, and they didn't write the soundtrack, they used the pre-existing, you know, they did the backup, the music. I had every Queen collector shirt for Christmas, T-shirt since then. You know, like the $60, $80 ones. That was my Christmas present. I just kind of went, who are these guys? You know.
Don't tell me you got rid of them, did you?
Yeah, that's when he put on the jumpsuit. You know, cut his hair, the mustache. You know, front man stuff. And I thought, these aren't the same guys. They couldn't be, but of course they were. Like,
do you realize you would have made a mint if you would have kept them?
Maybe. I mean, they're my favorite group. They are, of all time.
Queen, they're one of the best out there, bar none.
Yeah.
No, you get no argument from me, that's for sure.
It's just like, you know, I said something. There's a guy I had a real argument with, a vice president of IT or something, a Jewish guy. Well, he is, because he's for the Central. But I had mentioned it on a Thai IT channel that I got banned on. I said, when you take like Freddie, who can work 70, 80,000 people like that, and he wasn't working them, he was experiencing them. And this guy, well, you never saw Elvis Presley in the round. He had 100,000 people. I don't see the comparison. You know what I mean? Like I don't know where he was coming from. Because Freddie could work and experience a crowd of 80,000 of them, a sea of people. And they were like all in the same room. It was incredible. I almost saw them in Montreal in '84, but I couldn't take my daughter. You know, she had to be with somebody, and nobody could take her, and I wasn't driving 400 miles with, you know, a 10-year-old or whatever she was at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see them in Montreal, but I've still experienced them, and so did the world, you know.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I don't blame John Deacon for quitting shortly after that. So I got $25 million or pounds, and I got a family. I'm done.
Yeah.
But anyway, those were the days. Yeah. Never thought I'd be old enough to wish I wasn't old at all. I want the 60s. But at least I went through them. Oh well. I haven't seen too many people. I have too many places. I got rid of 174 subscriptions last year, and you know, weeded out. I don't bother.
Yeah.
Somebody said sometime, she came on, this woman, Miss D, I'm bored. So I put to her, when I get bored, I count Elon Musk's money. That keeps me busy. He said, God. Anyway, here's what it is. Oh, well. You know, something made me feel good. There's this woman that I tripped over, you know her, in Texas. She's about the only one left out of it.
Mm.
She just struck me, Eddie, like, what keeps me coming back? It's just her as a friend type of thing. And she's gone through hell. Personal. It's just, this stuff was incredible. And she had apparently co-executor with her brother in California when her mom went. So he took her mom's laptop. And it's kind of like on cleaning up. Anyway, she finally got it back. But the motherboard banned buzzing, right? And she can't do stuff. And frankly, somebody bought her a Chromebook, which won't work. They don't know what they're doing. And I said to her, I wish there was something I do. Sometimes I help her with stuff, do a stream note. But somebody sent her a box. She just did one last night. And it had a laptop in it, external drive with movies, everything else.
Oh, wow.
And it's working brilliantly. So that kind of restores the feeling that somebody saw it and gave back, because she doesn't even have, she only has 1,500 people. She doesn't have a store, even a store to take the laptop in and said, fix it. Just no way of doing anything, And so somebody sent her that, which is really cool. She won't say who it was, but whoever it is, well done. Well done.
Fair play to them.
Yeah. Made me feel good to know that somebody I know who didn't. And she wasn't, she just said, somebody sent this box and I got to go try to set it up. And that made me feel pretty good. So anyway, that's about it for me. I don't have any, the same old. But, so you used to live in California, did you?
Massa?
Did you live in California, did you say, for a while?
Oh, I lived in Ottawa.
Ottawa?
Yeah.
Oh. That's quite a ways east, but at least it's Canada, Small world. You got something you want to play?
Yeah. This is something from the 60s. Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of the bluebird as she sang. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings, and I fly right, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. The shaving razor's cold, and it sings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once taught of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and a good time starting in, without a dollar, one to spend. But now much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Daydream believer, the homecoming queen. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to love? Daydream believer, the homecoming queen. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to love? Daydream believer, the homecoming queen. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to love? Daydream believer, the homecoming queen.
That brings back a lot of memories. And then I started to date her on and off, who I eventually married.
Yeah.
She liked the Rolling Stones and Davy Jones. I liked the Beatles, and I didn't like Davy. You know where it says the razor's cold and it stings? You look at his baby face, he hasn't seen a razor in about 50 years. But yeah, Daydream, the last train to Clarksville, and I'm leaving in the station. You know, the Monkees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go too far. I think Mike Nesca's still around.
They're still talked about today, though.
Yeah, I heard Mike Nesca thing. He's wearing a Canadian toque in California. That kind of weird, you know.
I heard they're all gone now, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't followed any. I haven't looked at anything really in the last 4 or 5 years. Too much. I mean, other than curiosity, you know, talking with you and people. I think Rolling Stones. Keith Richards is still around. I think that's amazing.
Keith Richards is still around, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people don't know he was actually in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Was he?
He was, yeah.
What was he, an anchor?
No, he was he played Captain Teague.
I saw a couple of the movies, but I don't remember. You know, like I remember.
Do you remember Captain Jack Sparrow's?
Oh yeah.
I think it was his father. That was actually Keith Richards.
Huh. I heard there was the Stones are. I don't think it was Steel Wheels. There was something they were trying to put together, and Keith. I don't know if it was Mick. It would have been Mick, you know, the drummer, Charlie Watt, wouldn't have bothered. And he says, I want Keith here. They couldn't find him.
Yeah.
They went to the mansion, and where is it? He found him in Hyde Park with his guitar. And when he did get on stage, I don't think he was really there. You know, it was. But anyway, yeah, it's amazing he's still going. You know, not that anybody deserves to be or deserves not to be. But there's so many that I found tragic. Like one I really liked was Jeff Healey. And
I wouldn't say. I mean, by the looks of it, I think AC/DC is on the way out. Even though like they're still rocking the tunes like and everything else, but like I think like looking at I mean the likes of Angus and like Bon Scott,
Yeah.
they haven't got much time left. I don't think.
No. I heard a couple of years ago, and it was solid, that ABBA was going to go back. I don't think they ever did.
I heard about Abbott as well. Like they're supposed to be making a return.
Hmm.
Like they're still going. Like it seems that they don't fucking age. You know.
Yeah. Well, this is it. A lot of the Scandinavian and that, they, for some reason, the culture just, keeps them going. But yeah, so many come and gone. Like I said, I like Jeff Healey. Angel Eyes, and he did Roadhouse, and even before that, and I forget what it was that he had all this time, and it took him.
There's one artist from that era. I do believe it was '66 when he made his first debut,
Yeah.
and he was out around the time of the Shadows, and like it was like Bill Healy as well. He done a song called Malagueña.
Yeah.
Like his name was Roy Clark.
Was what?
Roy Clark.
Oh, Roy Clark. I know Roy Clark. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of big.
I mean, he was up with guitarists like Jerry Reed. He played with Glenn Campbell.
Jerry Lee didn't do too good when he went to a tour in England, did he? Wasn't very well received when they found out who he married.
I didn't know what. All I knew was he was in. Was it Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
Well, was he in Cannonball as well? Was he?
I never cared for Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, but anyway, he was in that, and like, and I think he done like was at that stage. It was where he had his own show.
Yeah.
And it was it was fantastic. I mean, he had a great lineup,
Yeah.
like and but I mean that show that Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash and
Yeah.
like all of them, like Buck Owens, like I mean that's
Yeah, Buck Owens. Yeah, I remember him.
like that's become legendary at this stage, you know.
Yeah. The one thing I found about, well, there's Fast and Furious, but the Cannonball Run. Did you see any of those movies? Other than the tan leather interior, I would have had black. Adrian Barbeau and her sidekick in the Lamborghini, black Lambo, and the woman police officer pulls him over. So Adrian Barbeau kind of lowers her zipper on her top.
Yeah.
She's looking, but that car is mine. Change the leather interior from tan to black. That's my dream car, the Gullwing Lamborghini Countach. That's that car.
If that was the black one, then what wasn't Richard Keel and he was the Oriental.
Well, I don't know too many that were in it.
Let me see.
I just like the car and the cop. Yeah. Forget about Adrian and her sidekick. I want that cop and that car. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, some of the movies weren't. I like Vin Diesel's car in Too Fast and Too Furious, whatever that 68 runner. But it was a
Hmm.
446 pack rather than a Hemi. I grew up with those cars, Eddie. The rich kids' dads bought them. 446 pack Roadrunner, maybe 6 pack, tri pack. They were new cars in high school, so that's kind of my, thing, or was. However, I was not the rich kid. I wasn't. My dad got a 68 Dart G.
Oh, it was Jackie Chan.
Hmm?
It was actually Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan. Yeah, I remember that too with the Jackie Chan stuff.
Yeah,
And the other guy. You know.
Jackie Chan and Richard Kiel.
Yeah, I like the Lethal Weapon movies. They were really good. The Mel Gibson, Danny Glover.
Hey, Lolo
Yeah,
Damala.
yeah.
I don't know how to spell that name, dude, but that's you.
I mean, he is Canadian, but I kind of Leslie Nielsen, Naked Gun.
There's
Move
the
along, up in the sea here. Move along.
that's you and hello, how are you doing?
But anyway, yeah. Time gone by, it'll never be back again. Those years.
We call you Dommy. How's that?
Yeah. You ever hear some people you get older and life isn't that good, and somebody that I've been inclined to go, anything good in your life? I got all kinds of good stuff when I think about it to remember. I had a lot of good times. But anyway, I guess I'll just have to be happy being the world's richest man, hey Eddie?
Yeah.
$20 will get you anywhere.
Get you anywhere. So well. I got you a sandwich and a burger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or something in Lincoln Fields, whatever you like.
Yeah. But I don't know. Time marches on. You ever notice a song for everything, Eddie? I found because I'm stuck with this time marches on. What comes to mind? Steve
Yeah.
Miller Band. Time just keeps drifting, drifting into the future. There's always a song. Always a song. Yeah.
That was Seal, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always a song of. But I wonder if there's any new experiences that would be a new song about because there's always a song. Always a song. But anyway, what can you do? What can you do? You know what? I couldn't get out of my head for the longest time. That To Where You Are, Josh Groban. I couldn't get that damn thing out of my head. Just keep going around and around. Thank goodness it stopped. Anyway.
I'll tell you one of these nights. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go down through the alphabet. I'm gonna sing like from A to Z. Chip on A to chimpanzee.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna happen.
What do you do?
Indeed.
Anyway, if you want to trip off sometime, don't let me keep you. I stayed on that panel last night until 3:30 in the morning. I was falling asleep. I finally said I'll mute. Said okay, and I guess they left. The computer restarted somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have stayed up that late. Anyway, Eddie, sir, I think I shall leave you and be looking at, I don't know, have something to eat. You're looking at bed, I'm looking at dinner, and I'm not hungry.
Uh,
Uh,
sure.
I wish I had a 6-pack of beer, but I don't know if I could take it at this point.
I've got. Well, I just like before the stream. I just finished me 312th. So you know, it is what it is.
Well, I've never been a drinker, but now and again a cold Coors Light,
Yeah.
kind of.
I have been known to drink the Coors from time to time.
Funny thing is, it took me decades to find that. My dad worked for the federal government since I was born, like customs and excise, lock trailers and, and all this. But apparently, he worked at Carling. But somebody said to him one time, drink a half a beer before you eat for dinner. Because he was getting retirement. And he'd say, here's half of it. I said, I don't want to be in the toilet. What do you mean? I said, red cap. I said, I'll have the shits for a week. Well, what would you get? Then it was Labatt's 50. So he did the same thing. I said, I don't want that. And he said, why? I said, it tastes like a stunk. And he said, well, what the hell beer do you? And by then I had found Coors Light. There's a little bit of a buzz to it, but when it's really, really hot out and this is cold and it, but by the time I hit the second one, I have trouble getting it down. I'm happy with the two.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, 90 degrees out and you come home and you have a light dinner and you sit outside with that. The only whiskey was Royal Crown. He used to get that for himself. But he'd make a whiskey sour, with a particular mix that is ice. So it's got about 1.5 ounces in there, but is it ever good in hot weather? A couple of them and it just cuts.
We've been in the 70s over the last 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So we've been doing pretty good, brother, with the weather,
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And in Australia, it's like even though we're getting the summer, like they're getting the winter.
Yeah. Actually, most of because I've got involved with that, like I said, of Australia is subtropical. You get down to 10 Celsius and they're freezing.
Yeah.
Even ones that came when they were 14 years old in the 50s, it gets down to 10 degrees and the teeth are chattering,
Yeah.
So it's subtropical. I've got involved with somebody, a woman anyway, down there and for over 3 years. And subtropical kind of cyclones and not typhoons, I think they're cyclones. I always wanted, when I was about 12 or 14, I didn't know why it would be my father's cousin Ada. Little lady in a blue thing and the hat came from Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And then she stayed with us. And she was the type that she's going to carry her own way, right?
Yeah.
But she played piano for the Royal Ballet in Toronto. She'd go off, downtown, take the bus or the streetcar. But I remember on her way home when she was going to leave after 3 months or whatever. Backpacking was a big thing then, in Europe in the 60s. And she says, if you ever get to Europe, Scotland, my place is your home base. You always have a place to stay. I never got there. I don't know why. I don't know if my dad didn't take it serious. I don't know. But that I regret that I didn't get, okay, take a summer off, you know what I mean? Like a bit of school and go to Scotland. Never happened. Anyway, yeah, Memories like the corner of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anyway, I haven't thought about that stuff in forever. Anyway, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I noticed something that guy you had up there, Edinburgh. Pronounced different. Edinburgh. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm gonna call it there, and I want to thank all my guests, including yourself, Blackwatch, and Tuesday as well. But I just want to thank everyone that came in today. I greatly appreciate it, and thanks for the 7K. So take care, guys, and much love.
Okay, catch you later. You want to stay for a bit or you want to go?
You stay.